CFC-TV. This is my review of the Chelsea versus West Ham match. It finished 2-0. Well, it was a fair result to be honest, but yeah, and quite alright with it to be honest. Firstly, my apologies for not uploading in the last couple of weeks, but I was really sick and I couldn't. Obviously, two terrible results. Went out in the Champions League against PSG. 2-1 was the result, as you all probably know. And last weekend we lost 2-0 at Everton, which was a terrible performance. We made Lukaku look like Messi. And I mean, yeah, Diego Costa picked up a suspension. There were rumours about him biting Gareth Barry, which thankfully Gareth Barry confirmed that he didn't, and so it was only the ban for yellow cards, 2 yellow cards, and one additional match ban for not even exactly sure for what exactly. Now coming to today's game, starting with the lineup as usual. John Terry was back, so it was Courtois in goal, Ivanovic back as right back, Cahill and John Terry centre back, and Azpilicueta as left back. Holding midfield, probably our best partnership at the moment, Fabregas and Mikel. The three behind the striker were Kennedy on the left, Oscar and Willian, and up front was Remy, which, to be honest, surprised me a lot because, in the last few weeks, Traore always got the nod if Costa wasn't available. So yeah, I mean, the first half was just a bit dull. West Ham got a goal quite early on, before the half an hour mark anyway. I'm not sure when it was. We were a bit unlucky with that. Mikel put in a great slide tackle from behind, took the ball off Payet, but he fell directly to Lanzini, who pulled off a great strike. He put it up and over the keeper, nothing Courtois could have done about it. And yeah, I mean, they weren't really dominating us or playing that much better than we were, but we weren't doing anything in front of goal. And then really close to half time, I think in 3rd minute of injury time actually, we had a free kick. It wasn't Willian that took it actually this time, it was Fabregas, and beautiful free kick goal. Put it over the wall and perfectly in the corner. Nothing Adrian, the goalkeeper, could have done about it. Second half, we were better. I mean, West Ham had a decent chance early on in the second half, but after that it was mainly us who were playing. Made the substitution of Pedro coming on for Kennedy at half time. We didn't really manage to create big chances. There were a few here and there. Fabregas tried an overhead kick. Fabregas had quite a decent header from inside, from after corner, but he really didn't expect to get to the end of it and put it over the bar. Terry had a header after a corner as well. Most of our chances came from corners, which is, surprising because usually a corner's absolutely terrible. But, seconds after Andy Carroll came on for, I think, Enner Valencia or for Sacco actually, just seconds or like a minute later, they played him through. Terrible defending by Gary Cahill. Just, he was in the perfect position to cover the ball that, was played to Carroll. He, just before it was played, he, left that position and, went closer to Terry, which I didn't understand at all. Ivanovic wasn't perfectly in position, but it was a counter-attack, so I give that to Ivanovic, not really blaming him. I haven't seen it back yet properly, but I've heard that, Mikel and maybe also Fabregas gave them too much space and Oscar lost the ball in the build-up to it. But the main thing after that was Courtois. I mean, Carroll put it in the near post. I mean, it was a decent finish, but Courtois went down so quickly. Unbelievable. He went down so quickly. And then he couldn't react because, he expected him to go to the far post and it was basically already leaning towards it and then couldn't react to the shot near post. He got a touch to it but couldn't keep it out. It's just terrible goalkeeping. I mean, seriously, if he's as good as, we make him out to be and as the media make him out to be and as everyone in the world basically does, he should keep those out. Like, he made mistakes. He made a mistake against Everton, maybe even two. He made a mistake against Southampton. Not sure if he did against Norwich. No, he didn't. Did against PSG in the first leg. What's going on with him? Like, the goalkeeper should be the position that shouldn't be as affected by, form. Goalkeeping isn't about form. Goalkeeping is about good or not good. I mean, yeah, there can be the occasional mistake, every few games, every 10 games or whatever. But to have 5 or 6 mistakes in or 5 mistakes in 5 games or something, and make 2 in one game, and then have 1 game without a mistake, that's just not level Courtois should be on. And then we got better in the game. I'm not sure if all of the chances I mentioned before were before or after the goal. Most were probably after, to be honest. We didn't play extremely well, but we gave it a decent go. And then really close to the end, I think 80-something minute, we got a penalty. We got quite lucky there because what it looked like to me, I'm pretty sure the foul was committed outside the box on Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who came on for Oscar. Fabregas took it, thankfully, because Oscar probably would have missed again, and he buried it. Loftus-Cheek had a chance to make it 3-2 in injury time. He had a good spin in the box, controlling the ball, turning, and having a shot, but he put it wide. Probably should have done a bit better there, but overall, West Ham always looked like more of a threat. We controlled the game most of the time. That's what it looked like to me anyway. Maybe I'm a bit biased, but that's what it looked like to me. But West Ham seemed much more dangerous. Whenever they had the ball in the final third, I was like, shit, they're gonna score. And we didn't really look like that. Obviously, we scored 2 goals from a free kick and a penalty. Obviously, we're missing our main striker, and Diego Costa has been carrying the team recently, not just with his performances, but also with leadership on the pitch. But yeah, as I said in the beginning, 2-2 is a good result for me. West Ham have been flying lately. They're fighting for top 4, actually. Who would have thought that? Not just Leicester being up there and also Spurs being second, but West Ham actually fighting for top 4. They're a good team. And I was certain that we were going to lose that game. My prediction was 3-1 to West Ham. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the result. It wasn't a great performance, but it was definitely a lot better than against Everton. And especially considering, we had Diego Costa out and Eden Hazard, even though he was playing shit anyway. But, he poses a threat and commits players. It's a decent result, to be honest. Standout player for me was definitely Cesc Fabregas. He had a few sloppy passes and maybe defensively not always perfect, but he was leading the team, that's for sure, at least going forward. Telling them what to do, telling them to press and, getting closer when they had a throw in, close to their own box and things like that. He was great, his passing going forward was good. His crossing was quite decent, obviously he scored a beautiful free kick, took the penalty. Obviously, we always say penalties should be taken and should be scored, but, we've had quite a lot of penalty misses this season, so it's not something we've learned to expect, if we're honest. Another player who did really well for me when he played in the first half was Kennedy. A lot better for me personally than the left back when he was playing left wing. He wasn't having the greatest game, but the whole team wasn't that good in the first half. But he was definitely the standout player in the first half. And Willian, his first half wasn't good, but his second half was very good. His passing was on point, his long balls were on point, his runs were incredible. He made the run before he laid it off to Ruben Loftus-Cheek before we, got the penalty. Great stuff for Willian in the second half as well. Other than that, I can't really think of anybody who stood out. Remy was shit as he always is. At least he wasn't offside that often. Well, it's an improvement, I guess. He had one decent turn and shot, but other than that, it did nothing. Oscar was non-existent, basically. Mikel made a few stupid mistakes, a bit too slow just all the time. so it seemed like anyway. Our defence wasn't great. I mean, Terry had a good few clearances. He won his headers and stuff, but Terry and Keltigetter both didn't really play that well today. Also, Azpilicueta had a lot of problems with Antonio and Valencia, and then who played on this? Probably Emenike when he came on. To be honest, the best defender today was probably Ivanovic, who, you know, he was up against Payet. He's by far their best player, one of the best players in the league this season. Fair play to Ivanovic for that. Traore came on, didn't really do much. Not his type of game, if I'm honest. He, you know, people have been saying he's so good as striker, he scored a lot of goals, but except against Stoke, he scored the goals when he came on when it was 4-1 already. I mean, yeah, fair enough. You know, good goal against Stoke, but that wasn't a striker's goal. Could have scored that goal from playing on the wing as well. And when he played on the wing against Norwich, he seemed so much better than he did every time he played the striker. Well, maybe that's just me. Pedro did nothing when he came on. I don't know what's going on with him. You know, he had like 4 or 5 good games before he picked up that small injury. He's just been terrible in the last 2-3 games. And Loftus-Cheek came on, you know, he did well, won his headers, you know, took the ball down, made decent runs, got the penalty. It wasn't a penalty, but, you know, that's not his fault. Maybe should have done better on the chance he had in injury time, but, you know, he was quite decent. But yeah, I mean, as I said, I'm quite happy with the result. It's so weird that we're happy now with drawing against West Ham, but, you know, circumstances have changed from last season. Our unbeaten run in the league continues. Obviously, it's an international break now. When we come back, I would like to see if Hazard is not fit. Even though I'm not sure if I want him to play anyway. I would like to see Ruben Loftus-Cheek start as Cam or play 4-3-3 because Oscar's just not doing anything. And I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek will get a boost of starting, then play even better than when he comes on. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say. If you have anything else to add, you know, to what I've said, leave it down in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously, I appreciate every sub. Again, I'm sorry for not uploading, but I was sick, as I said. And yeah, that's it from me, and see you guys next time.